Did you hear about the cheese factory in Paris that blew up? Debris was everywhere. Hello! I'm Kovar, and we're gonna play some Final Fantasy XIV! Oops. This one. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Hello, Grumpy Rat. How you doing? Let's log in. One of these days I'll remember to log in before the stream starts. The real question is, it having been several weeks, do I remember what I'm doing? Very good chance of no. If Ban had been here, or if Mix had been able to join me in voice, I would have done a different joke today. But the problem is it's a knock-knock joke. And knock-knock jokes don't work very well over text chat. I gotta get like a darkener right here so that you can actually read my chat. No, I don't want to open Lodestone. I never ever want to open Lodestone. Okay. Recommendations. Looks like I'm doing the Scions of the Seventh Dawn next. Which, based on that being on my recommendations. Or do I want to be one of these others? No. Scions of the Seventh Dawn. That seems like a good choice. And it looks as if it's actually fairly near to here. Wait a minute. Quicksand. Yeah, that's where I am, isn't it? No, I'm in the Pugilist Guild. I gotta go to the quicksand. Don't mind me, I'm just immediately being an idiot. It is. Actually, what I was looking at was the, I was looking at the icon here. That looked like the icon I wanted to do. I think I can get to the quicksand from here. I don't usually use this door, so I might get a little bit lost. But this should do the trick. Signs of the Seventh... It's Momodi, isn't it? It's always Momodi. Momodi is ready to tell you what she knows about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, except... So if you want to know more then, do you? I just added an if. Well, ain't that a surprise? I swear if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first. The other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being Ul'dan. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who have made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Kovar. I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in Western Thanalan. The place you're looking for is called the Waken Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance, and you'll be let in. You're a man in demand, Kovar, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget your old friend Momodi. Drop in and tell me how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right, well, I've said my piece. Off you go. Waking Sands in Vesper Bay. That is this way. So we got to go Western Thanalan and then north. Haven't been a Horizon yet, have I? Oh, I have. Okay. Well, we're gonna spend some money to teleport there. Alrighty. This appears to be the way out. Whoa. But this looks like I'm going underground almost. Oh well. Let's see. Okay, and now I just go straight-ish. And then, get down there. Yeah, we're getting there. A nice short hike. Yeah, I am remembering to sprint. I know other people don't need that training nearly so bad as I did. I don't want to join this fate. Not if I'm already over leveled. I can't get that much out of it. Look at that! You see that the second it was ready again. Wind up Zidane. Oh, hell yeah, I want one of those! I should play Final Fantasy IX. That's what I should do. Where am I looking? Is it here? Yeah, it's here. Okay, this is it. The Waking Sands. Hello, Tataru. Come on, give me some sort of dialect clue in your first line of dialogue. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Ooh-wah! I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now please be advised this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... It's me. Here at the behest of Thancred? My sincerest apologies! May I please have your name? I am Kovar. Kovar Lockhart. Kovar Lockhart. Ah, here you are! I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. He seems lively. I guess I go downstairs. Enter the Waking Sands. Where am I going? Looks like I'm going straight. Scion of the Seventh Dawn. I take it you are Kovar Lockhart. Tataru sent word that you had arrived. Lady Minfilia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please. This isn't worth it. This isn't worth it. I can't use this, and it's not worth it, so we'll take the bronze piece. Tataru's pretty great.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much. Well met, friend. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have awaited your coming.
We're back to accents that are worse than mine, and mine are already not good. Cool, cool, cool! Can't wait to get to the next expansion.
Be at ease. You are among friends here.
Like, can you not afford a dialect coach? Come on. Hey!
No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time.
I saw Geordie LaForge over there.
Let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do.
This is... I wish I were listening to Fran from Final Fantasy XII instead. I don't understand what her accent is supposed to be, but at least it's unique. And I'll take that over knowing what it's supposed to be and it just not being that. Yeah, Geordie LaForge. That was my joke.
Preservation of the future of Eorzea.
Eorzea.
Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals.
Icelandic. Okay. See, I figured it was a real accent that I just didn't know what it was, because it's really consistent.
Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea. Nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose.
Blind.
Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you,
every
possess a
American
rare and special
actor
talent.
wants to do the Queen's English, and none of them know how to do it. And 99% of the time, the Queen's English is the wrong British accent anyway.
This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness?
Yes, I have.
Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body?
Yeah, they call it sleep.
All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo.
I thought that power meant you could make copies of objects and mobs you find and use them in fights and to solve puzzles.
The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events.
Isn't she just describing Assassin's Creed?
For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame
I've only
that
played
we
the first
cannot
Assassin's Creed and didn't even get very far, so I might be completely off base.
That's right. I too possess the Echo.
Yeah, I assumed it was a requirement to be a Scion. Or a seventh
With that established,
Scion
let us
thingy.
return to the subject of
Yeah,
the
I know that's what it is, but that's not going to stop me from making stupid jokes. I remember those weird-ass cutscenes with the crystals.
So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures
Oh, they don't all
must be
have it? Interesting.
measures which transcend boundaries,
I guess that was a bad
faction,
assumption.
race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent.
See, small detail, she said scions. And, you know, I feel like this accent, scions, would be, like scions, not scions, would be more correct.
Make no mistake.
Little details like
the
that.
Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea.
The new game button.
But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it?
So that the player knows what's going on. That's what Grumpy Rat
And
said.
so I implore you, lend us your power.
Well, that's why I'm here. I didn't just come here for a drink. Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and your belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, my lady! I didn't see any papers. Still didn't see any papers. Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of a welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. Hello, Qualified. Oh, that's too bad. I am so sorry to hear that. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. What about keep it secret? It's a password. Do both. Full Gandalf on this one. Retainers now available. Hiring a retainer. Retainers are helpful nippics who can be hired by players to carry out such tasks as storing excess gil and gear or selling unwanted items on the markets. They may also be sent afield on ventures. Venture. What does that make me think of? A contract of service can be drafted in Fridwib in Liminsa, Parnell in Gridania, Chachabi in Ulda, Prunilla in Ishgard, or Kazashi in Kugane. The last one sounding very Japanese. Fridwib. That's looking Welsh to my eyes. So I need to go to Chachabi, which... 1, 2, 3, 4... No, 5. So we got 3 pictures of 5 people. Okay. I'm not gonna do that right now. I don't feel like it. We're just gonna talk to her and continue the plot. We Scions have but one objective, to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer, Kovar. I will go whither the wild rose blooms. Infilia is waiting to hear whether or not you will pledge your support to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Of course I will. That's the plot. I mean, it'd be cool if I could just say no. And then just the plot continues in a different direction, but I don't think that's the case.
Wonderful. I knew you wouldn't let us down.
Okay, the acting isn't as bad as the faux acting I was doing for her voice.
But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me.
But it's still not great.
Does the name Sharlayan ring any bells? It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldermod. The Sharlayans were the
So many games have a choice like that you can't actually really meaningfully choose, though.
Ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them.
Yeah.
Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons.
Archons, that's with a K. like inquire.
The same brave souls stand before you now.
Oh, they do? Is it these guys?
The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popolimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
I would have figured out who was who just by the names. Papolimo. That sounds like one of the little guy names. I forget what they're called.
Hello there.
Oh! She sounds like, what's her name? Zoe Wanamaker. Probably best known as the, broom teacher in the first Harry Potter movie, but she was also in the show My Family. Actually, she also sounds a little bit like, Renee Zellweger.
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
Thancred. Okay, actually, the more she talks, the more she sounds like Renee Zellweger and the less like Zoe Wanamaker.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Let's see if I can figure out that voice. I have to do him. That was too nasal.
Welcome to the team.
Ordinary voice.
I never doubted that you'd come. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings. Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls.
I definitely would have gotten that name wrong.
Out whenever you have questions.
Urianger. You better have the deepest voice of them all.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night.
You do, but just barely.
The words of a dear friend. I'm glad of our meeting.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from
French
our
names,
purpose.
okay. I mean, I've noticed, like, I saw some Welsh-looking names, I saw some Japanese-looking names earlier.
Sought out Minfilia and others with her talent.
I'm taken from all over the world, I like it.
Established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm.
Okay.
Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
So far, she's the only person in this building with a personality.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Hey, the voice I guessed for her was actually not that far off. Other than, I don't sound like a girl, but, you know,
In time,
I did my
I
best.
hope you will come to think of us as family.
French elves.
But without further ado,
And I want to know what Tolkien has to say about that.
I would assign you your first task. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
He also sounds like someone, but I can't place it off the top of my head.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames.
Immortal Flames,
Thancred,
huh?
would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shanty
Several?
outside the city.
Ah, Balthier from Final Fantasy XII. I thought I recognized him. This actor also sounds familiar.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence.
Yeah, Balthier's the best character in Final Fantasy XII. Don't at me.
Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the
It's
Immortal
probably not an
Flames
unpopular
deal
opinion
with
at all.
them almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
Uh-oh. Really?
Aye, the evidence left behind implicates the Emoja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit.
I know who he sounds like. He sounds like Oh, from Harvey Birdman, actually. Who is it? The other attorney who talks and you don't understand all the words he's saying because he mumbles through like 80% of them.
If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation.
There's a choppiness, like every word is individual. For anyone who's seen the 90s version of Much Ado About Nothing, maybe it was late 80s, with Kenneth Branagh and some other people. That's like how Keanu Reeves played his role. Like he understood the tone and the emotion of the character, but treated it like he was reading a list of syllables.
You have my thanks.
And my axe!
If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ulda.
Okay.
Ever at your service, dear fellow.
Dear fellow. Okay. Give me something to do. This has been a lot of cutscene. Speak with Thancred. That was a hard quest. Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery and a spate of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is like that any discoveries we make in relation to one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on their caravan, our friends at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over all their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abductions should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so that would seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation. They're taking the covert to Isambard. Okay. Do. Exit to Vesper Bay. Sure, why not? See, and I actually called that because it sounds more like the replacement actor than the original. That's funny because I was trying my best to sound like the original, and I don't know what the replacement sounds like. But I would wager the replacement was trying to sound like the original. Camp Dry Bones, Eastern Thanolin. Unattuned. Well, we're going here then. Delivery Moogle Kupo. What's up? Greetings, Tall One. I'm a delivery Moogle, Kupo. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Moogles are supposed to hide in trees and avoid contact with outsiders. Why ever would they agree to carry about letters? Why, indeed. If I had my way, I'd be curled up under the canopy of a nice oak, dreaming about some beautiful Mooglet with a rainbow-colored pom-pom, Kupo. But no, the moon had to go and drop from the sky, causing all of that terrible commotion. Aetherites were shattered and link pearls rendered useless. For moons, the poor wingless people of Eorzea had no way of communicating with each other beyond screaming at the top of their lungs, which no one really approved of, Kupo. That is until the little horned ones asked us to assist them by delivering messages. At first we were wary of showing ourselves, worried that one of you might catch and skin us, like you do every other forest furry, but once we saw how much we were appreciated, we knew we'd found our new calling. And I personally promised to try and not read any along the way, Kupo. No new letters for you today, Kupo. You can talk. That's how we decide. Anything that can talk, we're going to treat as sentient and treat well. Anything that can't talk, we're... Oh, sprint. I forgot to sprint! Like, these dudes, they can't talk. They're just antling soldiers. It's a race. I hope I win. Level 14 toxic toads. Wah. I mean, maybe that's not how it works in this game, but like in most things I've played and in real life, it seems to be... And most... Well, but dogs can't really talk. But in a lot of things, it's like, that's where the line is like, can a species talk? Boogles can talk. There goes my run. Do-do-do-do. Okay. I'm not doing this fate. Kind of want to, but I'm not gonna. It would be a waste of my time. And all this stuff that's way below my level, and it's like, I'm not gonna gain anything from this. Except more riveting gameplay than running in cutscenes. Not that I mind cutscenes, I enjoy them, but I could sure go for some gameplay beyond that. Here we are. The player to Isambard, to Isambard. I'm Isambard. Here to search for the missing folk, I take it? Me and Philia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Amalja. It seems we know who the culprits are at the very least. Now, I bear no official title of this camp. The people here have come to me for leadership. You have my word and my axe that I'll do all I can to see the victims safely returned. Complete! I'm getting just enough money from these quests to pay for travel. Before I forget, actually, I'm gonna attune to this. 360. This game's not on 360 though. Okay, where'd you go? There you are. Isambard of Camp Drybone is seek. It might be Isambard. I don't know. I'm gonna pronounce it Isambard because then I can make endless Isengard jokes. Let's get right to it then. Minfilia names the Amalja culprits in all this. You'll do well to investigate them first. My charm has been levied on these lands by Amalja's hands. That's the wrong. By Amalja hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay in the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the Church of Saint Adama Landama, innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I'd see to the deed before mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Amalja still linger. Would you secure their remains for me, friend? You'll find them on the eastern road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn something of what the Amalja seek in this area. I'm butchering that accent. But I'm also not a professional getting paid. Where am I going? That's south, but I gotta go up. This thing is in like a little thingy that you go under it into the inside down valley. No? Valley? Kinda? Canyon? Oh, I should have gone this way actually. Didn't realize there was an exit over here. Okay. It's kind of like a canyon. A box canyon, even. Okay, so I just gotta retrieve ripe corpses. Surely this won't be too hard. They're just sitting here. It's a hostile presence. Oh, you weren't here a second ago. Your turn. Let's retrieve some ripe corpses. Luckily, entire human bodies fit in my bag, in my inventory, easily enough. We're not going by Resident Evil rules. Okay, and now we go back where we came from. That was a little bit of combat. That was almost exciting. Hello, Bingabo. What are your rules? I'm so glad there's... Wait, 302. There is fall damage. I didn't know there was fall damage in this game. Neat. It matters little. I've got your corpses. What are you going to do with them? Donate them to science? It is good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of the fallen? Bodies given back proper to the earth, souls will find their way across to the other side. You've done a noble deed this day, I thank you. Now then, what of the Emulga? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were Emulga remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the low-born disappearing is all but confirmed. I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. All damages can be lethal in combat. Good to know. The occasional Emulga raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great, and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day. And even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? Money, money, money. What say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves? It may be among them that we find reasons for these vanishings. 12 forbid it be so. There is a merchant by the name of August, who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn, quaffing away the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak to you. Okay, we're looking for the inn. Which is this way. It appears to be right here. August. There you are. Well, gods be damned. You're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Ul'dah. What in the seven holes do you want with me now? I forgot what voice I did from before. Dear friend. Missing people, please help. Yours, Isambard. Folk around here are as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before, what with all the disappearances. You can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. Speak with the common folk. Okay, any particular common folk? I'm Captain Bosch of Damaska. Please, sir, just leave me be. Well, that was nothing. How about you? I've nothing to say but this. They'll take whatever's been feeding off us low folk. They're all scared. Putrefied pauper, okay. What do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. Well, that was a big load of nothing. Can't say I'm surprised. This whole quest is just dead ends. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. There's been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and move on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Costa del Sol is in this game? Neat. Report to Isambard. Okay. That was a fake hiccup, by the way. Welcome back, Hovar. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. I pre-ordered my Switch 2, I'm excited. And there will be some physical games, just mostly not. They're fake physical games. Okay, if we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place to ask than at the church of Saint Adama Landama. It is a small and humble church, and to the northwest of here. And so long as you are headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request, I grant you, but it must be borne to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marquez. He tends the graves of the Lich Yard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. Marquez, huh? He's probably gonna do some tech reviews. Okay, where am I going? That's not far. Including the Switch 1 games, really? You sure about that? You know, I could do a Game Boy camera stream on here if I wanted, but I don't want to because Nutty already didn't, and I don't like the idea of being a copycat. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm looking for someone on the outside. There you are. That is incorrect, Bingobo. They are going to be... the Switch 2's processor is also ARM-based, just like the Switch 1. It's the same architecture. So they're going to probably be virtualized, not emulated. That's not really the same thing. It's more like how a Steam Deck plays Windows games. Not emulation. I am Marquez. Yes. A body? Of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, sir. If you seek a place of burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him there to rest. Take the path, oh, take the path. Okay, there it is. Graphesity. How do I do this? Use. I swear I right-clicked it before! Now let's go back. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. Yeah, no, I did right-click. I must have, like, accidentally right-click dragged or something the first 3 times. Did you bury him? You must pack the earth tight or they will come. The mongrels will come and defile the body. Okay. Circles. He's sending me around in circles again. Oh, that creepy robe guy. Something about the ages. I got it figured out, don't worry. Just took me a bit. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. But maybe Sister Orkin can. Orson? She has been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me, you will find Sister Orson within the church walls. Orson Wells, do. No. Here you have done us the service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when you next see him. No, I'm not going to do an Orson Welles impression. That's stupid. What's her face look like? You seek knowledge of missing Drybone inhabitants? It is true I am closer to the people than any other of the Order. I confide in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marquez would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marquez, and soon. Back to Isambard. Doot. I'm just gonna run there. It's not that far. Not worth the money. Big jump! No fall damage. Yeah, no, it's right here. Big jump. No fall damage. Isambard. There you are. Thank you, Kovar. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Kovar? I think that's the wrong voice for him, but that's what I did, and I want to commit to it. A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with Ungust more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service to the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes the confession, the good sister Arson herself? Arson? She wouldn't, she couldn't! Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye on this rose. To this rose. Can't read. Still, the Lich Keeper Marquez, I'd swear to the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. Money it is. Now I talk to Isaac. Where'd he go? Thancred, where'd you go? Sister Orson. It cannot be. Though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children. But no, it cannot be. She. Could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy Kovar and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orson's activities. What is the boy's name? The uncombed urchin in the Golden Bazaar. Golden Bazaar. What is the Golden Bazaar? Oh, there we go. That's... Okay, that's gonna be this way. I think. This might be wrong, actually. Let's go the other way. And now I want to watch Lord of the Rings again. Maybe I'll watch fan edits this time. Something a little less long than the extended editions. Alright, yes, this works. This is getting me here. Myotragus nanny. Myotragus? I don't know. These guys are kind of cute, though, actually. That's really cute. I don't know what it reminds me of, but I like it. Okay. And it'll be a left from here, although it looks like straight would work too. The Invisible City. Can I attune there? Probably not. I should try, though. Female goats. I didn't know that. Yeah, I'm taking the long way just in case there's a crystal here. There isn't. It shows them on the map where there's crystals. This is a waste of my time. This isn't invisible. I can see it completely. This was a waste of my time. Okay. At this point, it's probably faster to go this way. Vandalous Imp. Not vandalism, that's just floating there. Okay, here we are, almost to the Golden Bazaar. And there's the uncombed urchin. Da 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 ba boom. Please help! Sister Arson went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order on the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it, but what if the monster is outside her? Please find her. Save Sister Orson. Right back where I came from, okay. I can do that. Aha. There she is. Let's go into this circle. Okay, come on. That was easy. Aiding. All done. You are the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. Let's report to Isambard. Okay. This is probably the faster way. I don't know. I mean, the faster way would be to teleport. I'm not going to do that. We're too close. There it is. That's what I was looking for. A keyboard shortcut for this? For center map on player location? I don't know if there is or not. Okay, more running. This has not been the most exciting stream so far. At least not for me. Maybe you guys found it exciting when I said nanny and didn't know that meant goat. Okay, sprint again. We're getting there. I can see it from here. Hello. Okay, here we are at Camp Drybone. Hello, Aerosate. Are you done with book club already? It's rather early. Hello, Isambard. Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. Gods forfend. I'll secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans and risking her own well-being in the doing no less. Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. I didn't think it was her. But that's just another dead end. I'm well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Orson. Seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Okay. Once again, I would find it on where is the exit on this side? There it is. I would find it unwise to warp anywhere. I'm just gonna run southeast. I mean, hypothetically, there might be a crystal nearer than where I am, but I don't think there is. Eastern time. Oh yeah, you do, don't you? A mount would help a lot. Hey, Resate, aren't these things cute? They're so adorable. I like them. Hello, Thancred. Ah, there you are, Kovar. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Orson. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicion about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. While following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Kovar. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? And today I learned that nanny is a word for a female goat. Nanny, a goat, a female goat. They're not even going to attack me. I'm too strong. I'm in their encampment. What am I looking for? Jail cell, there's no one here. Search for a clue. That's exciting. I just gotta kinda look around until I find something that looks like it might be it. More to the point, probably something sparkly. But I'm not seeing anything. Do I gotta take out some dudes? Wait a minute. Found it. Show the queer leaflet to Thancred. I assume this is the old definition of the word queer. Just because the modern definition I don't think would make a lot of sense in this context. Hello, Thancred! Well, did anything tickle your fancy? Not you. This leaflet. See the wealth of Nald to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. Lettering, though. Atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Naldthal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the Order penned this. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Orson makes of it. Marching back to Drybone. I'm really enjoying this whole fetch quest vibe we've got in this region. Luckily, it's a pretty small area. But still, it's like non-stop back and forth. I'm going to take fall damage. 235. This time I am going to... in here? I'll sleep. Ah! Wait, I'm in the wrong room. There you are. You have to fall a pretty significant height to encounter it. I didn't think there was either until today. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the Order. Of that, I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the Order to deceive the people? Speak with Thancred. Where's Thancred? Oh, he's right next to her. Okay. The plot thickens, Kovar. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in there somewhere, but I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. Why don't you tell him? It's okay. I'm happy to play errand boy. Posing as a priest? To think. These troubling notions aside, it's gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Kovar. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. Are any of these good? Nope. This is gonna save me time making my next thumbnail because I don't have to replace my armor. Look at this. Look at this. My recommended gear hasn't changed at all. Oh, this has voice acting, I think. Nope. I'm afraid I've not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp and given me cause to doubt. Unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Kovar and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. 2 X's and bucks. Qualified. I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Kovar. So as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. It's different every time. Oh, I can't just do recommended gear. I've got to manually equip it. Weathered shepherd's tunic. Gotta do a whole thing, don't I? Oh, is it just the tunic? No, that. I assume it's just the hands and legs, but I don't know for sure. I mean the body and legs. Brand new gloves, faux striker's mitts. Yeah, no, this should be good. Okay. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Be gone and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Dude, he looks like Elijah Wood. He looks so much like Elijah Wood. Okay, next up it's you.
I preach the teachings of Azema, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azema is the keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days.
Okay. I don't really know what that is, but whatever. One of them is not in town. With them appear to be in here. Maybe. Greetings, good sir. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. Yo, these guys are awful. Uh-oh, a poor person, let's be mean to them. Please don't put that as a quote. Let's see. Alright. You're underneath me, okay. Aha, there you are. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay. I guess I asked for that by saying not to do it. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Is there a second story here that I can go up to? I mean, I can go up here. Oh, you're just on the roof. Okay. What is it? I didn't even read what she said. Whatever, it doesn't matter. They're just gonna say offensive nonsense. You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Kovar. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. That's not helpful. Where is that? Oh, that's there. Okay. I guess we're going this way. Which, nope, this won't work. This is wrong. We're going this way. I went too high before. I may be coming up on a dungeon or something. Oh, look at that beautiful orange glowy thing. Kind of looks like a sunset light, except for the fact that it's not on anything else. It's just that. Okay, we're almost there. Whoa! Living on a prayer. Where's Thancred? Is this... Yeah, this doesn't look like a camp. This doesn't look like anything. A fine evening for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Kovar. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. I can't come up with the right voice without a face. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Naldthal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. Oh, I was thinking about that, Grumpy Rat. Don't you worry. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god-awful murmur. Ungust. What's Ungust? What? How did you know, you bastards tricked me? Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there if not born. Some moons ago, your Mojo raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm, and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew. So I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Umoja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted a schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted to bring them people. So I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Umoja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence. You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak! It was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not even see a fraction of what the Umoja pay me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets. Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. You are. Not you again. Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. Roots. Roots, they don't say routes in British. No, I know nothing about that, I swear it! At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe what that leaves your mouth. But no matter, there'll be time enough to learn the truth. Oh. Kovar, be a good man and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Look at that, I remembered. Level sync. I've got to go... Where is it? That is... I don't know how that connects to where I am. I think... I'm lost. We're just... No. Click that. We're going to Horizon. Okay. I know how to get there from here. We go down this thingy again. Eventually I'll learn how to use these maps. Oh, Drybone is way to the east. Okay, yeah, that's right. So it's on my bronze pieces. Is there someone I can sell them to here? I'm gonna not do that right now. Next time I'm in Ul'dah, I will talk to the person who can do the thingy for me. I'm not going to do any of that today, but the person that I got the tutorial on earlier that I forgot how it works, that's kind of going to be all my next stream. Is I'm going to do some cleanup before I start doing quests again. If I don't forget. I might forget. Retainer, thank you. Vendors in Vesper Bay I can sell to. Well, I'll still deal with that later. I want to go over here. Unless this is going to send me into something that needs a party, in which case I don't want to do that today because I've only got about 7 minutes left. Oh, this is Vesper Bay. Yeah. Vendor. Chocobo Keep. That we have a merchant and mender. Vendor, merchant and mender. Where's my goal? Okay. Sell. There we go. Glamour Dispeller. This is really annoying that, like, I try to move the cursor so that I can read the name of the thing. I guess it's above also, but... Sells for 12 gil. Not gonna sell that. Or... No, that's crafting material. Okay. Wait a minute. I'm looking for Minfilia. There, yeah. Here. In this building. We'll teleport you to Vesper Bay. Oh. But I can only use that once, right? That's not unlimited. Oh, I have 40 of them. Well, I'm not going to worry about that right now because I'm already here. But I will remember that in the future. Or more realistically, I will not. Oh no. I've either got to listen to or do Minfilia's voice. I don't love either of those options. Welcome back, Kovar. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Emulger know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Should be spilt. That's not the actor's fault, though. That was me saying it. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for the Pillar of Smoke, and the way will become clear. Central Thanalan. Yeah, I am so excited for the next stream, which I believe will have more gameplay than this one has. That'll be in probably 3 weeks. But do recall, as I am in the process of purchasing a house, every stream is subject to delay right now. Delay and cancellation, no matter how far ahead I've scheduled it. Central Thanalan. Life, materia, and... Is that a Douglas Adams reference? Okay, anyway, we're going to Blackbrush Station. I don't have tickets for that one. Life, materia, and everything. Oh my gosh, I like it so much. Okay. Let's remember to sprint. Why not? I'm a good sprinter, they say. Though I believe them, no I don't. Okay. It should be just over here. Not that far. I can't wait till I have a mount. I wonder if, like, the game is intentionally giving me annoyingly fetch questy quests. The materia part. Wait, you're right! This isn't FF7. This is FF7 times 2, 14. I didn't know there was materia in here. Shh! Who is Uplander come to tentering of Mutamix Bubblypots? See if that voice is any correct or not. Fighty Tool drinks in airy self. Oh no, that's him. That's not who I was talking to before.
Fighty Tool drinks in airy self.
I don't know. I'm guessing voices when I can't see faces. When full of airy self, Fighty Tool changes to Stony Shine, name of materia. If materia join with other Fighty Tool, then Big Eyes, Fighty Tool gains power of airy self. Yeah, that's how materia works. Skull. Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. I am. Yes! Tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings fighty tool to Mutamix, yes? Yeah, here's my fighty tool. This one's called a sword. Sco! Fighty tool is unstrong as eating tool. Make good teachy show of power of materia.
The Materia Master.
Now eyes of Uplander point at fighty tool, yes! Score! Materia join with fighty tool. She even looks a little bit like Tifa with that outfit. Fighty tool gains power of materia. He actually looks a little bit like Barrett, almost. This dude's not Cloud, though. Fighty tool gains power of materia. Fighty tool reborn. Here, Uplander, take fighty tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind... No, wrong voice. I keep not reading the name.
Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them.
Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. Those two are 100% meant to be loosely, very loosely based on Barrett and Tifa. I'm 100% sure. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from summit as would have struggled to cut stake into a weapon worth wielding. Pshaw! Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia, then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learny ones of Mutamix. And now we have to deliver the materia enhanced dagger to Minfilia, but you know what? I think this is a good place to call it. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all. Each and every one of you. I will be back on Wednesday, hopefully, to continue Sonic Unleashed. And do I have my next FF14 scheduled? Let me look. I don't have it scheduled, but it should be on May 19th. I messed up my schedule, so I forgot to put it in. Anyway... Hey, wait a minute, my music's not playing. Anyway, you guys rock. I appreciate you all, each and every one of you. Until next time, bye-bye.